Hi there, it's Matt Sam at Fortress Financial, and I'm just relaxing here on my couch today. But I want to talk to you about something because a lot of people will ask me whether or not they're young people or adults with respect to their kids. When should people start investing, and how much is a good amount? Well, both are good questions, and the reality is the younger the better. You've heard this before, but from an age perspective, the earlier you can start, the impact of compounding, which we've talked in another video, is huge. Smart investing is necessary because you hate to have someone put a lot of money into investments and then ride it all down in really ugly secular bear markets. So it's important that you invest smartly and get the knowledge. We also believe hugely that young people should absolutely have good financial acumen so that they invest their money properly. But the younger, the better. Teach them the right ways to invest. Teach them the importance of investing, and teach them that all money they get doesn't have to go to toys, because initially everyone wants, when you're young, pre-cars. I guess you want a beautiful bike, you want different iPods and iPads and all this kind of stuff, and that's good, but life is a balance. If you can say, yeah, I get that, but also save half your money, and that half each year adds up, adds up, adds up. The one thing I learned when I was young, I've always been a worker. Since I was probably 12, I've worked and worked and worked. And I saved, but I also once in a while pulled it out and sort of did that assessment. Didn't even know what I was doing, but the assessment of, do I keep it in the bank or do I buy something I really want? And it's interesting, my parents probably wouldn't have known back then to actually turn that into a lesson saying, value for the dollar is, here you go. What you want to do is you want to buy something, but that money could be used for something else in the future. And that money will grow if you leave it there. So you make that assessment. How much? You know what? There's not an investor that hasn't started out with pretty much zero, unless, of course, you were lucky enough to be born with it. When I say born with it, your parents had a trust or something. The majority of people have to start, and you start with $100. You start by saying, okay, I'm going to put it in a low-cost mutual fund, and each month I'm going to add to that $20, $50. Work it out based on your budget. But remember, if you don't invest it, amazes me how all of us, you and me, money can slip through our fingers. The amount of people I know that actually get better jobs, make a lot more money, but somehow end up having to take out more debt and have less money on hand. And it's simple. Lifestyles always improve, and they probably improve more than your income improved. And that's dangerous, because as much as leverage is important in life and debt at times, getting too much debt can be dangerous, and you have to save. I'm a believer that people should have a number of savings programs. One should be for your long-term retirement. If you can start literally when you start working, say at 25, you're building for 40, 45 years, and the impact of those funds will be huge if it's invested right. You should also have a savings plan for a home, and for other areas. You may have a travel plan, you may have a car fund, all those type things, and that's doing things smartly so that when they come at you, it's like, oh, we're not ready. What are we going to do? We can't go on a vacation. We have no money put aside. How can we afford a new car? Well, we all know that cars go through cycles, so you got to start planning for the next one. The other great thing is that a lot of parents and grandparents today went through a fabulous growth cycle, basically since World War II. So economies were good, people made good money, and were able to save a fair amount of money. Am I saying they should be giving it all away to their kids or grandkids? No, but maybe they want to help them out with some of these savings programs and teach them a lesson at the same time. So to you grandparents and parents, don't just frivolously give them money to go buy something that, they'll enjoy today and forget about a month later. Teach them the important lessons of saving, investing, how to invest properly, and we do that, and we really want to encourage young people to actually do things right. So anyways, start investing as early as you can, and start off with $100 and build that $100 up to one day you'll shake your head and say, I remember that first 100 I invested. Thanks very much. We'll see you soon.